Okay, good morning, everybody. Ooh, let's rub our hands together and get some energy going. I don't know if it's morning or night, but it's morning for me. Place it over the eyes. And then blow it out. And then bring hands to prayer. Gratitude, abundance is the mindset, is our setup for the month of January. We'll start with the prayer wheel. Prayer wheel is just simply this: the hands at the heart center, and then we're going to start sending out and bringing in more of what we want, sending out more of what we want to bring in, out more of what we want to bring in. So set your intention today. What we want more of, we give more of. Very powerful. Let's take the arms wide overhead. Taking a nice confident stance, reach the arms up to the sky and just pull through the side bodies. See how long that you can make your legs feel, and strong you can press into the earth. And then firm the low belly. We're activating muscles of the torso, muscles that help build strength, our core, while relaxing the neck and the shoulder and making sure you can move the head side to side. Let's bring one hand down to your right and reach to the side. Again, you want the head or the neck to be long. In fact, place your left hand behind the head and push back, elbow to the sky. So I will be mirroring you, just this first part. Ooh, definitely a little bit of a stretch. Bring the arms back up. Feel the difference in the side bodies. Again, pressing down through the feet, all four corners, and engage the quad muscles. You're lifting the kneecap. Full breath in, full breath out. Let's go over to the other side. Again, keeping the neck long. And reaching, not just with the fingers, but reaching with the rib away from the hip, anchored the opposing foot. So you've got something to reach, anchor you and reach against. And bring it back to center. It should feel a little more evenly spaced. Bring the arms all the way back down, and we'll shoulder roll here. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. We're still in this wide stance, and then we'll take the hands to the shoulder opposite. So, and then swing side to side, lifting a heel, and then taking it side to side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's get some movement through the body. Inhale, nose, exhale, mouth. Inhale, nose, mouth. The steady tempo is a pretty quick pace. We're just waking the body up this morning, giving it a vigorous shakedown. 4, 3, 2. Now inhale the opposite direction and exhale. Feels so good, especially if you're at a desk for a long periods of time. I would get up during the day and just do this little shake out with the breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. The whole body, release any tension that's in the body, any lethargy. And then take the palms to the side, little circles forward. We're strengthening the shoulder and the arm area. Still the feet in a nice wide stance, strong standing through the torso. And then a little bit wider through the arms, a little bit bigger circle. And we'll take a full range of motion circle. Back, up, forward, and down. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time, full range of motion circle. And let the arms swing at your side. Bring the feet together. And we'll just take a heel, lift, and then you're going to push down and lift the opposite heel. So you're going side to side, but you're actually pressing through the ball of the foot, like you're doing a fake walk or a moonwalk. Warming up the soles of the feet and the ankles. And then tap, tap, tap the lower leg, the knee, quads, and then make a little fist. So this is soft pounding action to the hip, to the belly, to the rib. You can hear that, the thymus, and then all the way down the arms. Cut the hand, up the other side. Take it to the shoulders, back of the neck and head. And then stretch the arms out to the side again. This time we'll make our small circles going backward. If you're opposite what you did before. And as you're standing, really promote good posture. So I'm not standing relaxed. I'm pulling the belly in, the thighs back, the tailbone down towards the heels, and looking straight up. Here, the shoulder aligned. I'll take a little bigger circle, rotation, and then full range of motion. Up, back, and down. Inhale, forward, up, back, and down. And exhale. One more. One more. And swing, swing, swing. Down to your side. Excellent. And shake it out. Let's come to the top. Actually, let's go to the east. So for me, this is pointing east, whichever way you can orient yourself. We're just going to take a half sun salutation to the directions. And interesting. It's called Ding, D-I-N-G, which means directions, Sanskrit word for directions. And just follow my lead. So it's a breath exercise. Inhale. Bring it to the top. You're interlace the fingers here. Getting as tall, long as possible. And then I exhale. You're going to bow forward. You're going to hold the breath out. Separate the palms. Bring them back together. Inhale. Back to the top. Switch sides. So now I'm facing south. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Hold the breath out. Hold the breath out. Hold the breath out. Hold the breath out. Inhale, come back up. Switch sides. Exhale. Inhale. Let's just reach back. So now we're looking to the west. Exhale. Forward bow. Hold the breath out, out, out. Hold the tummy in, breath out. Shoulders up, long and tall through the spine. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, turn to the front. Or north facing. I don't know, whatever that is for you. Exhale. Bow forward and hold the breath out. Hold the breath out. Mahalakshmi Namaha. Inhale, bring it back up. And then pointing to the sky, you're going to look up the direction here. Actually, let's go back to the east. is up. So we went all four directions, east, south, west, north, and now we're looking up. Exhale, hold the breath out. Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Exhale, or inhale. Exhale, forward, and now we're pointing straight down to the floor, so at a diagonal here. Breathe in, exhale all the air out, and hold. Nice to tone the knees, or soften the knees a little bit. Om Mahalakshmi Namaha, Om Mahalakshmi Namaha, Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Then right up halfway, separate the palms. Inhale, exhale, and all the way back up. And sweep the arms down. That's the salutation to the directions. We went east, south, west, north, up, down, diagonal. Interesting. Okay, come to the top of your mat. Let's take just a regular Sun Salutation now. Your heart center. Setting your intention, shoulders broad. Going firm in, standing tall. Exhale, let's take a prayer wheel. Arms at your side. Sweep the arms up. Then take a forward bow. It's time to bend your knees. We'll go through some salutations today and kind of break them down a little bit, some basics. Inhale to a flat back, bring the hands to the shins. So we find a tabletop, and if you have a mirror here, it's helpful to look and see, could I hold a plate of spaghetti here without it spilling? If so, great. If not, make some arrangements and adjustments. And then we're going to just fold it in and down. Inhale, come back to a flat back. So you want to come through this position, flat back, all the way to standing, rooting down through the feet, and taking the arms high and then to the heart center. We'll do that again. Releasing, inhale. Sweep up. Law of abundance is what I want. Give more of what I want. More of. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Up. You want strength, you gotta give some strength. Exhale, fold in. You want kindness, give kindness. You want understanding, give understanding. You want listening ear, listen to others. Inhale, step one more time. Exhale, fold forward. Starting to loosen just ever so slightly. So this flat back could be with blocks. I like the hands on the shins or even up to the top of the thigh. If you've got really tight hamstrings, and that's a very powerful move for you. And then when you fold it in, just let the head move towards the floor with the help of gravity. Inhale, step all the way back up. And bring the hands to the heart center. We'll take what's called a classic Sun Salutation. Inhale, arms overhead. Let's just do that side stretch again to the right and to center to the left. With breath, inhale. To the back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, step the left leg back. And this salutation brings the knee to the floor. You take a breath in. Pause. Exhale, and your right leg back to meet your left. Oh, let's go all the way back to the hips. Inhale here, exhale chest and chin to the earth. Ashtangasana, inhale to a low cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Then we'll step the left leg forward. And bring the back knee to the floor. Inhale, pause. Lift the back knee and push off. Step the right leg forward. Inhale, flat back. And this looks very similar to what we did before. Exhale, fold. Inhale to standing. Palms together, hands to heart center. This is a really great way to increase our blood flow, start the cardiovascular system moving, or taxing it. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward bow. And also warm the muscle. Inhale, the right leg back this time, so your left leg is forward. Gently bring your knee to the floor. Pause. And then you want the knee to meet the right. Ashtangasana. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, back to downward dog. Step the right leg forward. Knee gently to the floor. Inhale here. It could be very useful to have a block on either side. Very helpful. With the knees, step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Hopefully, just giving it a little wiggle. I'm trying to warm the muscles up. They're very stiff this morning. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart. This is why it's so important to be mobile, to move every single day. All right, let's take that again. Inhale. Just gonna do a little embellishment here. Exhale, fold in. And take the right leg back, the knee to the floor. Once again, you can fold your mat or your blanket here. I'm gonna have some support for the knee. There we go. And then raise the arms to the thigh, or even one arm to the sky, or all the way over. Full breath in, full breath out. Now take the hips forward slightly. Lift the heart upward. Inhale. Exhale, both hands to the earth. And step it back. Child's pose. Inhale, forward. Exhale, Ashtangasana. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward dog. And then we're going to lift the left leg. Bend the knee, open the hip, and rotate through the ankle. Keep your arms strong and straight. There's a tendency to buckle here. Keep it strong and straight. And then rotate through the hip. We'll take the left leg all the way through. Back knee gently to the floor. Hands to the thigh. Were we on this side already? Remember, if I step back with the right or left, hold here. Supposed to do it with the left, and I may have messed up. Exhale, both hands to the floor, lift the back knee and step forward. Inhaling to the flat back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, flat back, come all the way to standing, palms together, hands to heart. And inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the right leg back. Go. Into the floor. Actually, let's step the left leg back. I'm pretty sure I did it opposite. Yes. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Bring your right knee to meet the left. Child's pose. Inhale, forward. Ashtangasana. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to downward dog. Take the right leg to the sky, bend the knee open through the hip, rotate through the ankle. Ooh, okay, it's so much for that standing leg. Just keep it powerful. You can come up onto the ball of the foot if that's helpful. Circle through the right hip. Keep the arms super strong and steady. When you're ready, step through to a low lunge, back knee to the floor. Both hands come overhead. Exhale, hands to the mat. We're going to push off and step forward. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold in. Inhale, all the way to standing. Bring the palms together and exhale, hands to your heart. And we'll come to the floor. And we'll take a little mini Shavasana. So we're going to do this between the Sun Salutations. So a rest and an integration for just 1 minute, not very long. Just lie back. And make sure you're warm and comfortable. Arms at your side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let the work of the Sun Salutations move through you, inform you. And we'll get back to movement again. And sometimes when we're working, it's useful, helpful. Take a little pause. We're doing this in Shavasana, right? In the middle of class. So for 15 more seconds. And gently make your way to, actually, what we'll do is bring the knees in. Okay. Bring you out of this with a little more vigor. Roll rock side to side. And then circle the knees. We give our sacrum a little bit of a love motion here. Opposite direction. It's nice. And then you're going to rock it forward and back. With a little bit of vigor. Maybe 3 or 4 times. Cross the legs, plant the hands, and step all the way back into a downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Energize the arms. Purposefully press into the pads of the fingers. Bring the heart towards the floor, or towards the thighs, and then lift the belly away from the floor. Apply onto the balls of the feet. We're going to jump forward and land lightly. So bend the knees. Here, lift to half table and exhale, fold in. Inhale to standing. Okay, already feels really great. Palms together, heart center, and then we'll take a salutation A, which is a little bit different. Inhale, and reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the sides of the feet if you can. And then you're going to jump back or step, walk right and then left. Bring it down to a chaturanga halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Toss the feet down, point the toes back. Really fire the legs by pressing into the mat. And then take it back into downward dog. Where we'll do just 3 breaths. Uddiyana Bandha, if you know that. It's a really strong hollowing out of the belly on each exhale. And jump forward. Inhale. Lift to table, exhale, fold in. Let's come all the way back to standing. Flat back again, that doesn't change, palms together. And hands to heart center with a little variation this time. We'll go into a squat as we go back. Inhale. Reaching up, exhale, bow in. Inhale, bend the knees. You're ultimately working on keeping the heels down. Coming into the squat, so I've got to position my hands so I'm not going to fall backward. It's helpful to have your feet a little bit wider, knees and toes pointing in the same direction. And then you're going to press down with the fingers, lift up with the toes, and jump back, or just walk, tiptoe yourself back, chaturanga. Nothing's changed here, just doing a little variation, and we'll try it again a little faster. Inhale, half lift, exhale. Back to downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Strengthen the arms, Uddiyana Bandha, which is a belly. The function of the belly, it's hollowing out. When you exhale, pull the navel towards the spine and create a little hollowness in the low belly. Hold that on your last effort. Breath out and jump forward back into the squat, the feet coming all the way forward. Good. And then root down through the heel, lift up through the hips. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold in. Inhale to standing. Okay, it's a little variation on our sun salutation today, palms together. I know it's deceivingly hard. It's really not that easy. Inhale, let's do it again. Exhale, bow in. Do your best, or you can take that position where the hands just stay by the side, or on the shin, or on blocks. Inhale, and lift, and jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Basics, foundation. Building blocks, building blocks, building blocks. We should be feeling a really nice stretch in the calf as well. Hold the belly firm up towards the spine as you exhale all the air out and jump forward. Inhale, bend to the squat. And if that hurts your knees, just come for a baby squat, or maybe your heels face a little bit. And there's a lot of balance. There's a lot going on there. We're just testing our agility and our movement. You'll get it, so don't give up. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold in. Let's come back to standing. All the way up, palms together, hands to heart. I always say, if in your mind you're saying, I can't do that, just switch the wording. What can I do? And that's just gives your mind something a whole lot better to chew on. What can I do? Oh, I could do this. What can I do? Let's just take a nice hop to the side. We're coming in a wider stance here. Goddess style, the knees directly over the toes. Give it a shift side to side. Drop a shoulder in. Ooh, do some standing postures. That was really fun to go through the sun salutations. We did a directional, did a classic, and then we did what I would call an Ashtangasana or Ashtanga style. And from here, we're going to lift the hands off the thigh, but keep that deep bend in the knee, and just raise one heel. Inhale, exhale, lower, raise the other heel. Exhale, lower. Let's go back to the first side. Exhale, second side. And both heels raising. Inhale, lower the hips a little bit further. Take the arms wide, hips down a little bit further. Heels lifted. Then we're going to hug the inner thighs, towards each other as you push the ball of the foot, raise up into a high V. Oh, there we go. Try to manage your balance so the heels stay lifted and then lower them gently. Mine came down all too fast. Let's go back into goddess pose. Shift up and over to one side, big side body stretch, inhale, center. Take it a little bit deeper and to the other side. Inhale, straight, vertical, exhale, up and over. We'll just do this twice each side. Center, put a deep bend, and then you're going to straighten the legs. Bring the toes forward and take it into a forward fold. Hands down to the ankles. Grab the big toe, the first two fingers of each hand. Inhale, straighten through the spine. Exhale, bend the elbows and bring the forehead towards the floor. It might help and it might not. Let your head dangle. The more you lift the hips by pressing into the floor with the heels and the ball of the foot equally and evenly, the easier it will be for that torso to fall, cascade out of the hip towards the floor. When the hips are high, stability is in the legs, and the head and torso again get to be this more dance movement. We're going to bring the torso up halfway, place a block right in the center of your mat. So you're elevated slightly. Turn the toes out and bend your right knee. We'll come to the right. Keep the heel on the ground. Okay, so we're not trying to move forward. Keep the weight back into the heel and the knees directly over second, third toe. We'll come to the second side. Inhale, center. First side again. Exhale. This time you're going to raise the toes. And I like to come in a little bit. You can place that block anywhere that's helpful, useful. But use the strength of your legs to move side to side as much as possible. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale, let's go side to side. Center, exhale to the right. Inhale, center, exhale to the left. And if I position my block right in the center of the mat, then I've got some support moving side to side. And you know, if you are feeling weak in the legs like I am today, it's possible that you haven't used them for a while, right? Let's turn all 10 toes forward. Inhale, lift the torso. Plant the left hand to the floor and then kind of twist it open to the right. Inhale. Make a bind. So the more we use the muscle, the stronger they get. The less we use them, the more they atrophy. And when the muscle is atrophied, it's not supportive of the bone, it's not supportive in our life. We actually need gravity in order for us to not fall apart. So resistance is your friend. Let's bring the right hand over to your left ankle, bow forward, and then look underneath the left armpit. So we're taking a forward bow with a little twist in the torso. And if yours looks like this and you're up quite a bit more, bend the knees, make sure the knees are in line with your toes. And that twist is just a little bit, that's great. It's no problem. We're just moving in a direction that works for you. Let's put the right hand on the floor, open up to the left side. Wrap that arm around. And then bring the left arm all the way through to your right ankle, opening, and a little sweet window for your head to pop through, looking underneath the right elbow, right armpit. Feels so good to the low back. Just have no idea how really nice this feels. Let's come all the way back to center. Turn the heels in, toes out, and come back into goddess pose right here. We're going to straighten the legs in a high star fashion. Right toes forward, left foot at a perpendicular angle. Come into warrior two. Inhale, pop the arms overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, warrior two, reverse the warrior. Breath or two right here. And come back through warrior two to side angle. Arm to the thigh, stretching up and over. Then you can magnify that by really rooting down through the outer edge of your back foot. Do a little slight lift in that arch. And then reaching the opposite fingertips or left fingertips in opposition to the left leg. Inhale, let's reverse it. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, come back into warrior two, and we'll switch to the other side. Palms overhead. Inhale, exhale, back into warrior two. One more of those. Tracking. This is useful just for tracking, knee over toes. Reverse the warrior. Full extension through the side body, elongation. Here, let's come back through a warrior two. Take the forearm to the thigh and reach your right arm all the way from over bicep to the ear. A full deep long stretch. You've got 3 breaths here. Take full advantage of it. Tone the navel. We're not sinking in the low back. Hopefully you're not. And then when you come back up, really decisively press down through the feet, the firm foundation. Reverse the warrior once again. And this time come to the floor or a block. So it's nice to have a block handy. It brings the floor up gently. Or you can choose without the block. Let's come all the way back up. Move to the first side. Reverse the warrior. Side angle, touching the earth. And reverse. Straighten the front leg. We've got a nice flow here, vertical. Let's go to Trikonasana. Through to the shin. Powerful planting of the front foot. Ball of the foot into the floor. And fire up the quads. Your whole leg should be powerful right here. Just building a nice sweet foundation. We're going to go into Ardha. So bending your front knee. Oh, my block's perfectly positioned. So I can place a hand on the block or the floor. Some days are different, better. I don't know, I want to say better, but maybe we feel more open, more up for the challenge than others. So note where you're at. Let's come back right into warrior two. Switch to the other side. Reverse the warrior here. Side angle. Touch the earth. Full extension. Plant the feet up and over. Reverse the warrior. Straighten the front leg. Let's come through vertical and take triangle pose. Bring your right hand to the waist. Ardha Chandrasana half. Move. Take your block with you. So it's very supportive. Under the block, there's a torso's length between the foot and the front hand, and all of the weight is all straight down through the left foot. And the knees come back to warrior two. Nice, and then switch. Second side. Reverse the warrior. Straighten the leg. Let's come through Trikonasana. We're going to revolve Trikonasana. Bring left hand to the floor and step the back foot in. Again, this is really helpful to have a block, especially coming in out at this angle. Left hand to the block, and then we're rotating towards the right wall. Right arm up. Revolve triangle. Note that my feet are on separate train tracks. They're not lined, but it gives space for my hips to move. And the right hip's going back, the left hip facing forward. From here, take twisting Ardha Chandrasana. So we lift the back leg, all the weight's on one side, and we're opening towards the front of the room. Square it up, both hands to the floor, standing split. Full breath in, bending the knees and bringing them together like a curtsy. Full breath out, pushing the floor away with the right foot and extending up through the sky at the left. One more of those. Inhale and exhale. Step it all the way back into a very long, low lunge. Left hand stays on the floor planted, right hand to the sky in a twisting low lunge. Just circle the arms around. Freedom of movement, I love it. Plant the hand. Let's come to center. Walk it all the way through, take a forward bow. And if you want, headstand would be a great appropriate move here. You could take that in a tripod stance, knees to the elbows, or the feet coming all the way out. Totally up to you. Or feet stay on the ground. And let's bring it over to the left side, coming all the way up into warrior one, reverse the warrior. Side angle. Straighten into triangle. Let's go half moon. Oh, that's not right. We just went triangle and then we twisting triangle. Right hand to the floor or block. Left hand to the waist, opening. Ooh. Full breath in, full breath out. Lengthen the neck, ear, shoulder, right here. Sure, we're not gumming up. Really rooting down through that back heel. That's a powerful stretch for your Achilles, your calf. You may or may not like that move so much. Let's take your block forward and revolve our half moon for a breath or two. Ooh. This last part of our sequence is pretty powerful, pretty strong, pretty energizing. Let's take both hands to the floor so you can come down anytime you'd like in this practice. Bend the knees, inhale, exhale, push powerfully through the left foot, right leg, inhale, and exhale. Hold. Step a giant, step all the way back. We're in a low lunge and twist it. Open to the left. Any way, shape or form that feels good to you. All the way to the earth, but at chaturanga. Inhale. Forward facing dog. Wow, I need to strengthen the arms. Exhale. Sit back in child's pose. And just notice how you feel. Forehead to the mat. Full breath in, full breath out. Bring the hands to the side. Shoot the feet through or come to seated. And then we'll lie on your back. Draw the knees into the chest. Give it a little rock side to side. Take the left leg down to the floor. Bring the right knee in. And give it a circle. We're going to spend a little bit of time on the hips. So, right leg to the sky, push forward. Into the hands, squeeze the hands into the back of the hamstring. You get this force of a hug, muscle to bone. And then we'll take the shin to the forehead, full split. Forehead to shin. 2, 3 breaths, holding. Anchor your left hip to the floor. Don't let it come up like this. So the dexterity we're looking for is just opening through the hip area, through the inner thigh, through the hamstrings to take the right leg out to the side. Now, if you bend the left knee, that might become a little more accessible, a little more open. And we'll cross right ankle over left, figure 4. Place your hands right in the crease and press forward. Crease of the hip. Now bring the knee in. We're going to thread the right arm through our triangle shape. Feet dead. They like to fall asleep here. So just a little activity. Draw the left knee towards your shoulder. Full breath in, full breath out, and rock the head side to side. That's that deepening in the hip area, and boy, am I. So I have people often ask me what to do for a low back. This sequence that we're doing is what you should do for your low back. There's some strengthening for sure, and that's in your core, front and back. That will, for another day, we'll do that. But definitely, we want to make sure that there's mobility in the hips, hands, and thighs. Otherwise, your low back is going to be the mobile part, and that mobility is going to, it's structurally, it doesn't have the support. To bend, it can bend deeply and it will bend deeply, but without support, it will break. That's the long and short of it. So we need to really care for our low back. And that's something I learned in the 7th grade. Like, seriously, went to a chiropractor. This sequence is one that he gave me, and I did it, took my low back pain away as a gymnast, and I had pretty severe low back pain for me to go to the doctor for it. All right, second side. Little did I know I'd be teaching it in a yoga class years and years later, many years later. Let's stretch your left leg to the sky and press forward into the hands that are interlaced behind the hamstring. And give your hamstring a little hug against the bone. Just love that. Forehead towards the shin. Let's just do that gently. Working our way into a split, forehead to shin, shin to forehead. They might just be waving across the aisle, not touching. So let's take the left leg out to the side. Again, your anchor is the right hip. So the mobility is or mobility is in the leg in the socket. Make sure you've got some a chance to really enhance that mobility. Let's cross the left ankle over the right knee. Thread the needle. Active feet. Oh, roll the head side to side. So there's no tension whatsoever here. Full breath in, full breath out. I did forget. Hands in the pocket. Oh, that just feels so good. So if you bring your right foot to the floor, crossed ankle, and then just stretching spine, bringing the crease of the palm of the hand into the crease of the hip. And the strength of the arm pushing forward. And then take it into the stretch from the hip. And I'm going to cross at the knees. I know I did not do this on the other side, but I'd like to do a supine cow face, Gomukhasana. So the ankles are wide, the knees are together, and into the chest. Some friends are going to be really uncomfortable with this because it feels bulky. Maybe you've got pretty muscular thighs that I wish I had. I'm working on, but you may want to just hold the figure 4, and that's perfectly legit. switch the legs out wide. And then take the right knee over the left. So here we are, back on the first side, which is already starting to tighten. Holy cow. Oh, what is it? Fascia. It just really likes to take the shape that we most often take. Very comfortable there. So it takes a little work. Bring the legs back out into an extended V shape. A happy baby. I haven't forgotten. We're going to go to the right side in our little spinal twist as well. And then cross left ankle over right and drop over. And ease into your spinal twist. Roll the head side to side, making sure that the neck and shoulders are completely at rest. Open, relaxed. And then finally make your way to Shavasana. And if there's a posture that you'd like to do again, you can go ahead and take that opportunity right now. Or inversion, revisit your headstand. I don't know that we're really prepped for back bends, unless that's something that your shoulders love to do. Extend the feet out. Make your way to quiet pose. Well, just create a stillness from inside out. I am safe and relaxed, full of grace. I am me. Again for 1 minute. You come out this gently and slowly at your pace, and please definitely stay here longer if that's in the cards for you. And it feels good, right? Listen to your own body. Asana can really be an elixir for setting yourself up for the day. It's different from the movement and going that we have perpetually created in our culture, the stillness. And once you've made it to seated position, just bring the thumb and pointer finger together. Extend the other 3 fingers out and lift up tall. Breathe in, exhale through the mouth. And then take a 4 count inhale through the nose. Pause for 4. Exhale for 4. Pause for 4. 3 more times. Inhale for 4. Pause. Exhale. Pause. On your own, at your own pace. Back to Ujjayi breath, bring the palms together, heart center. Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. This chant invokes the energy of abundance, the Lakshmi, goddess of abundance, kindness. Everything I need is within me now. And just bow forward. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So much here.